Most people have a really, really long list and then they forward things from day to day to day. Today we're sharing how to alleviate the stress on your list to be able to get the right things done. I'm April from Learn to Become, and we're so glad you're here. To show how this is done, I'm first just going to write out a sample of tasks that can be found on an ordinary list. Okay, so you can see on this list, I have a variety of tasks that have to do with family and some business. Maybe some things have to be done today at a specific time. Maybe some things are really flexible and can be done anytime this week. There's also a variety of errands, to discuss items, phone calls, things to do on the computer, things to do at home. It's just all kind of jumbled into one list. So when you make a list like this, it often just feels really overwhelming because you don't really know where to start. And it's just a lot of information all at once. Okay, the first thing that I recommend that you do is just identify the things that have to be done today. So in this case, it's anything that's done at a specific time. Like, okay, this is at noon today, this is at 1 today, this would be at 7 a.m. today. And then maybe there's a task or two that I have to do today. Like, let's say I told Dan I would email him the slides for sure. And let's say I really need to order a gift because there's a special event coming up. It has to be ordered right then. Okay, so anything that has a star, that's going to be put on your calendar. Now the calendar has two different types of items on it. It has things that are time specific. So in your appointments, you would put, the exercise and then the Zoom call and then the lunch. But then it has a little spot for tasks. If you're doing something digital, it could be an all-day task. If you use a paper planner, it could just be like a little task you write down for the day. But these items are going on the calendar for today. And then you might be asking, well, what do we do with everything else? And I'm going to show you. If you've been following us here on the channel for a while, you know the concept of a next actions list. I learned about this from David Allen, author of Getting Things Done, which is a weekly list that's organized by context or where we are when we're getting the task done. When you have a really simple calendar and then you have your next actions list, which is organized by context, it actually alleviates so much of the pressure we often put on ourselves with this big list. So what I'm going to do is go through the remaining tasks, put them in the appropriate context, and show you how easy it is. Okay, so now looking at this next actions list, you can see there's just, one or two items inside each context. The key to this is that when 10 minutes of time pops up and you're ready to run an errand, or you have time to make a phone call, or you have time to have a discussion with your spouse or someone who's in your life, now you have this simple weekly list that you can draw from. Now, the idea behind the next actions list is you get it totally done by the end of the week, which means you don't overload it. Everything on here needs to be truly a next action, which means you can do it in 10 minutes or less. It's not a project or a sub-project. And we want it to feel really simple, so when we look at the list, we get this little lift. I say that a lot, but I get really excited about it. If you only have a few things on your calendar, when you look at your calendar, you get that little lift because you feel optimistic and you know it's not too much for you. When you have a short next actions list and you look at it, you think, oh, I could do that. When you approach each day with really focused lists that feel really doable, it's amazing how much more energy that you have because now you're not looking at a big long list and procrastinating and thinking, oh, I just can't do all of it. You just do what you absolutely need to do. Then you move forward, working off those next actions, and it's kind of like a dream. Hope that was helpful. I encourage you to look at your list, see what you can pull off your list onto a next actions list so you can be focused each day.